Thanks to a brand new article in the official PlayStation UK magazine, we have some brand new information about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and this news really goes into depth with a bunch of stuff us fans have had questions about since the game was first announced. Now in this video I'm going to be going over Eivor and the Order of the Ancients versus the Hidden Ones, i.e. Assassins versus Templars, how Valhalla will link to the previous Assassin's Creed games, some location-specific palaces, parkour environments, raiding, alliances, character structure, and a whole lot more. So if you want to know more about the latest Assassin's Creed Valhalla information, then I thoroughly suggest you watch this video till the end and also stay at the end because I have some more information about a giveaway for the game as well as a couple more things. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Now the first thing we are going to discuss is the new information about Eivor and his story within the game and how he interacts with the Assassins and the Templars. In the game they will be referred to as the Order of the Ancients and the Hidden Ones, just like in Odyssey and Origins. How Eivor meets them is still a mystery, but Valhalla will finally bridge the gap between the Hidden Ones and Order of Ancients and how they moved into Assassins and Templars as we know them from the previous games. This game will also have connections to other Assassin's Creed games taking place before and after the events of Valhalla. To go on from that, the lore in Valhalla will be seeded throughout the world for the players to discover, and according to McDevitt, the lead writer of the game, hopefully there's quite a number of moments when your jaw drops because you're like, oh, that's how that connects with that. Okay, that's pretty cool. McDevitt also describes the narrative structure of the game as a flower petal structure, where the player goes out of the settlement, spends a few hours in the world, and then comes back. Each of these adventures would act as a petal within the big flower of the narrative. To me and many fans, this is some great information. Finally, the main pull of the game since the first Assassin's Creed that actually came out over 10 years ago, the storyline is driving the game forward. Now, I'm not saying that Origins didn't have a solid story because it did. It was emotional, action-packed, and actually progressed the lore of the whole series. But Odyssey, that did nothing for the lore. It was completely mismatched and the modern day was used as an excuse to play as Layla and sell DLC. Now, I promise this just won't be a bitchin' fest on Odyssey, but that's the facts. The fact is that it's confirmed that we will finally learn how the Templars and Assassins got their names within Valhalla is amazing, and leads on from a theory I had saying that we might get to meet Altair's great-grandfather or great-great-grandfather, linking the games together even more. And the fact that the lead writer states that the lore is spread across the entire world for us to discover really helps bring my faith back to the franchise, and I love story-focused games, and it seems like Ubisoft is going this way forward with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now the Saxons used ancient Roman ruins for their own purposes, so the game will feature Saxon rattle and dowd huts, one-story buildings with wooden patched roofs, set amongst the Roman ruins. The game will also feature Saxon palaces along the main cities of England, Winchester, London, and Jorvik for vertical navigation and parkour. The game is aiming to have a less grinding and gating in favour of an emphasis on storytelling. Once Eivor and their clan settle down back in England, the player will have two approaches to exploration when they begin: go raiding or move afield to build alliances. Raiding will bring resources back to the settlement to create buildings and to begin cultivating farmland. The new characters will show up giving services to the settlement. Building alliances will also be tied to feeling vulnerable in a foreign land, and making alliances may help with subduing part of the country. Now, since the announcement that the next Assassin's Creed game would be taking place across England, I was extremely curious as to how the parkour would work, but I am glad to see that there will be small towns and cities that allow for vertical parkour. I do wish, however, we had a similar parkour system in the game like we had in Assassin's Creed Unity, mainly because I believe it was perfect. The fluid animations, parkour up and down, it was a huge step from the previous entries. And yes, Arno did jump unrealistically at some points, but it's still a hell of a lot better than the parkour we have in Odyssey. And with the different locations available to us, players will be able to experience completely different ways of life and meet different characters with different aspects of life at that point in history, something Assassin's Creed has always done great. But some side stories will also adapt to a Shakespearean 5-act structure, turning them into multiple part stories, helping the players getting more invested into the characters they meet. Many quest givers will remain in the world after their quest is done, and some can even become residents of the settlement. The game will not just feature fetch quests for characters that at the end of said quest will subsequently disappear. And it's great to see that the team are not solely focusing on the main story of the game, but are allowing side quests to have more of an impact on the story. I just hope they're not as boring or irrelevant like we've had in previous games. Players can also use the map to scan for places places to raid or trade. All the crew members on Eivor's ship will have names and personalities, and such personalities will persist even after the characters are put on the ship, differently from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The loot box system featured in Origins and Odyssey seems to be gone according to the source, while new and unique weapons and gear can be earned and valued in the game. So to me this seems very similar to the looting system in The Witcher 3. Finding gear and weapons happen most of the time. However, getting a good group of gear actually took time and patience. Getting rid of the loot box system is another good choice, just for the simple fact that any kind of loot box in any game is utter crap. Stonehenge can also be visited and climbed in the game, and players will be able to uncover the secrets of the ancient people who built the mysterious monument. McDevitt teased that players may meet tribes still worshipping England's pagan gods in the game, though they will have to explore to find them. Mythology will be treated in the game more like in Origins than in Odyssey, where the gods exist through the belief of the characters. And Alfred the Great, the king shown in the trailer, will go on a personal journey of his own throughout the story. He'll be an antagonist but not a villain. Now, if you have seen any of my videos on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you would have noticed that I have continuously said that there will almost be a mystery surrounding Stonehenge and how the stone actually got there. And while it turns out that I was right, and if what I theorized comes to light, then it will be more or less likely an ISU structure. So the giveaway, from now up until the release of Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Watch Dogs Legion, I'll be giving away a few copies of the games on the platform of your choice, meaning you can choose from the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS5, Xbox Series X and PC, and all you have to do for a chance to win is just stay active on my channel and on my Twitter. Twitter is linked in the description. This can be by subscribing, liking the video, commenting, and just being active as a community. That's it, and closer to the game's release, I will choose a few winners and hopefully you will have the game on release. Now I hope you've enjoyed this video and all of the information provided. If you have, remember to click the like button down below, comment what you're most excited about in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and of course remember to subscribe for more information about Assassin's Creed Valhalla and some more gameplay videos. Now I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.